name is Jessica Little, and for our next episode of Conversation Cheese Boards, I have two of my very favorite people and teammates here at Sweetgrass. We are actually in the Sweetgrass Area Cheese Shop, which is our full-service restaurant in downtown Thomasville. We have Rico Johnson, who leads our kitchen team, and Tory Jones, which he has been with us for how many years, Tory?
About 3 years now.
3 years. So, and you've been here for just over a year, right?
Not close to it. I come up on a year in November.
Okay. Here at the cheese shop, our most popular item is our cheeseburgers. We have 3 different variations of it. Can you kind of walk us through what makes them so special and the different options?
Well, the first thing I would say that makes them special is the cheeses on these burgers are our cheeses. They're made at the farm, maybe 5-6 minutes away from this location. You can't get it anywhere else. You can't go anywhere else and get a cheeseburger made with the cheese made by the company you're getting it from than the burgers. I mean, the farm burgers are just so much better than the mass production, no care to the cow at all burgers. You can see it you can taste it in the meat. You can tell these cows have been well fed, well cared for versus I would say it's a grainy, tough feel to any other beef that you get. I've worked in some nice restaurants with nice beef, but it wasn't the same as actually getting something that's from here.
So you can tell the difference when you're cooking and
It cooks differently. It tastes differently. It's not as the grass fed is always juicier. The fat ratio is like always perfect. Whereas you get either ones from the mass production, it's a toss up. It says 80-20 on the package.
But it doesn't necessarily cook the same.
That necessarily means it's going to cook like an 80-20,
Right.
80-20 burger. So,
Right.
and then we haven't even got to the buns yet.
Oh yes, our buns.
Yes.
I love my brioche buns.
Yeah, where are we getting them from?
Are we getting from Atlanta, H&F?
H&F bread.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's soft and just good bread in your mouth. I love it. It's so great. So
It's like butter. It's like butter. It's just it's nothing. So I definitely say the best burgers I've had ever
Are here.
are here. And that was before I worked here.
Yes.
These are the best burgers.
So can you tell me a little bit about your approach to working with our cheeses? Because we use our cheeses in quite a few of our options. I mean, we have our homemade Asher blue dressing, and we have the big cheese, like our grilled cheese sandwich, and all these different things. Can you talk about how you want to try to preserve those flavors, or how do you approach it versus in the past when you've cooked with other cheeses?
Well, in the past other cheeses, it was literally pop a bag, throw it in a little half pan, and that was pretty much it. There was no care in the world. You didn't know where the cheese came from. You had no idea what kind of quality it was. But here, it's always been like an adjustment that we were always trying to tweak. We're always trying to tweak our system to get it just a little cleaner, just a little meaner, just a little more efficient. So it's never, that's why I love the business. So we found new ways to preserve the cheese. So instead of just wrapping it in the album, actually, like if you had a perfect situation, how would you preserve the cheese? Like, I would actually wrap it in the wax paper first. And so
The saran wrap, yeah.
because unlike other restaurants, we have filet mignon. Our filet mignon is the cheese.
It's the star.
This is the star of the show. It's the star of our show. So we have to treat each cheese board, each slice of cheese going to a burger is dealt with care because we don't want to waste anything because it's literally handmade. I just can't go to Walmart
just get it
and buy some white cheddar.
Yeah.
It has to be made, and it's the whole process.
Sure. I do think, in just my experience of being in a restaurant, one thing that I see that makes us a little bit different. Well, one, we have an open kitchen, but two, in all the other restaurants I've ever worked in, there was this really big tension between front of the house and back of the house, like who was right, who's wrong, and I think that we've done a good job of putting the customers first, right?
Yes.
When you say that? I mean, and can you talk about, because both of you, so right when COVID hit, we really had to downsize because we had to close our doors, and both of you stayed on. We had what we called the quarantine.
Yeah,
You
the
stayed
quarantine.
here just for to go, take out, and stuff. Can you talk about some of the challenges and like how hard that was, and like how that your mindset and how you had to approach all this?
That was literally we changed a business structure in 30 hours.
Yes.
Went from regular coming in to literally we're only doing curbside to go and dine in boxes. Still has to be pretty. Still has to have the exact same quality. and we have to be able to do this very efficiently. And you got 30 hours to figure this out because we start Thursday or something. I was like,
Right, with a skeleton crew.
with a skeleton crew.
With no money.
With no money. With no money. We have a freezer full of things. How do we take these freezer full of things or these things that we have left over and how can we make special? The fun thing with the meeting, you said, we have a chalkboard. It's just throw things at it.
And see what works.
And see what works
Yeah.
and see what sticks. It was fun. It was scary
Yes, it was.
because I have never done anything. I've done to-goes. I've done mix of
It was
things,
my
but it was
first
never anything like
Yeah.
that
It
before.
was my first two, and I never did anything like that. And but thank you, Rico. You really came in.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
think
it
about
was-
all those like
was
family
crazy.
meals and the meal kits and the wine and cheese tastings and I mean just all the
The online
specials.
was
That you
crazy.
learned how to make gelato with our Carpigiani machine.
Yes.
You know, like just
We was begging
being-
to use that.
Yes. So just being so resourceful. I think looking back on it, I'm really, really proud of how hard this team worked and pulled together. Thankfully, that's well, like we're back now. We're open at 50% in our
We're
dining
turning
room.
around, yep.
Hopefully, we're trending in the right direction here.
We really learned. It taught us how when you think, like before, we thought we didn't have enough, right? So we thought we didn't have enough, right?
Right.
Then we found out that situation we had way more than we ever needed,
Right.
right?
Right, it changed our
It
perspective.
takes us big as
right.
like we can't do this with 3 people. We can actually do this with 2 people.
Yeah. So do you think that you're better cooks, you're better leaders, you're better managers? Do you think you're better after COVID?
Better person.
Better
person.
Yes. Most
Better person.
definitely. Yeah.
I mean, like you're talking about some of our core values and that Sweetgrass Series founded on is constant improvement or continuous improvement. Just approaching it every day. Like, what can we do? One thing. What can we do better? And collaboration and working as a team and really, a lot of times I've heard that you're only as strong as your weakest link, but I've also heard a little slight variation on that, is that you're only as strong as being able to hold up your weakest link. So in understanding that, if you're not super strong, maybe you say making gelato, then it's your responsibility to make sure, but there's some things that you're gonna be really weak at that he's gonna be better. So you don't always have one weak link, like we're all the weak link at something,
That's one as a coach. We don't have I've been in a kitchen where it's very competitive where this chef is not going to show this guy this because I'm scared it's going to
Take your job.
take my spot,
Yes.
right? Whereas in here we changed the whole, especially when the COVID thing hit, you had to know how to do everything. And then we realized like, hey, if everyone knows if everyone's on the exact same level, then it makes everything
Right.
so much easier. So I want to teach, like I taught him how to make the gelato base, but he makes it better than I do. So I no longer make it. It's like, well, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
It was funny because we FaceTimed each
Yeah, we
other.
FaceTimed it.
And he was like,
Technology.
do this right here, do that right there. And I was like, all right, I got you.
I was like, show me, what does it look like? Show it to me. Yeah, it looks about right. Put a thermometer in it. It was,
Well, good. So you found new ways of communicating
Yeah.
and really taking advantage of that. Well, if there is one thing that you could share with our followers at Sweetgrass, because I do think it is really unique that as a creamery that we sell cheese, coast to coast, that we have a full service restaurant that people can come in and experience our brand in a brick and mortar setting. It's really special. What would you want to tell people about Sweetgrass? That if they're watching this and they live far away, what would you want to tell them about the cheese shop?
it's an experience. I mean, it's when you come, don't be in a hurry. It's an experience because every server here, every person here knows the vendors. They know where the cheese comes from. We can even get the name of the person who made this tone because it's on the package.
Yeah.
It comes in, so come in, enjoy the cheese, enjoy the ambiance, and listen to the stories because it's more than just. I said all the time to the guys, we're more than just a burger shop. You really don't know that you come here and experience the fact that I see what you mean.
Okay. What about you, Tory?
Make you feel like home. You
Like
walk through
home.
the door, make you feel like home.
That-
They embrace you. Hey, how you doing? Make you speak grass.
Yeah.
And I love it. I just love it. See the people come in and we cook for them, put a smile on their face, and they enjoy the food.
Yes, making people's days better somehow. And I do think that is what we strive for here is true hospitality, making it feel like at home, being part of the family, having an experience. It's not, we're trying to nurture, not only feed their stomachs, but, nurture their souls too if they want. So, it's kind of
Nothing bumps people like food. Like food, I found since I started, like food is, throughout history, food is what brings people to the table just like this right here, to just stop, have a conversation, eat some good food, catch up on your week. No other job, no other industry provides more than just a service. We provide more than just, you give us a paycheck and we're gonna give you a sandwich out the window. Right?
Yeah, we joke, but it's a little bit in truth in that food is our love language.
Yeah.
It's how we show love.
It
This
is.
is through food. So, well, thank you so much for sharing with us, and we love that you're such a big part of Sweetgrass and the cheese shop. And keep on keeping on. We got to stay creative and agile and resourceful, and taking all those lessons that we've learned in COVID and just pushing it even further. So thank you.
Lean, mean, and clean.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.